2.
Hello, my name is John Zern. I'm a retired teacher and counselor. I'd like to talk briefly about my new book, Metamorphosis From Mental Illness to Spiritual Awakening. This book consists of 308-line poems that describe my struggle with a serious bipolar diagnosis and how the illness itself became my spiritual path. When I was in my late teens and early 20s, I wouldn't acknowledge that I had a serious mental illness. I treated it like the flu that I could handle myself and wouldn't need any help. Then after a number of wrong turns and crash landings in the search for spiritual experiences, I ultimately hit rock bottom and ended up in Cook County Jail. Finally, I realized over time that if I was ever going to lead a normal life, I needed to recognize that I had a mental illness, I needed to take medication, develop coping skills, and drastically change my lifestyle. I also developed my ability to write poems and stories in order to redirect my creative impulses away from delusional thinking and action. Ironically, these decisions gradually helped me on a spiritual path because by improving my life with meditation and by accepting help, my need to learn about spiritual ideas was put on a more stable footing. For many years now, I can identify and manage symptoms so they don't worsen and lead to hospital stays where I often had to start over again. I'd like to start and just read a couple of poems from my book, Metamorphosis. The first poem is called Delusions and describes how false beliefs can be dangerous. Delusions were a way to live that always served a purpose. Subjective like a vision, they always felt so certain, but now I know the terror of such a strange ordeal. Luckily, the error no longer has appeal. The next poem, called Lost in Loneliness, explains that others I knew in institutions also were alone and struggling. One friend believed his milk was laced with chemicals like LSD. Another felt she lost her way by speaking out that God was dead. My roommate thought that he was Christ and lived inside his fantasy. My every role I justified, lost within the search for me. The next poem is called Muggles, which references the Harry Potter books about unimaginative people. Once I felt unworthy to truly trust myself. I tried another me and became somebody else. I would play the rock star and interpret secret songs. All too soon I fell apart when the Muggles came along. Now I'd like to share some poems that express my thoughts and feelings about spiritual topics. The first poem is called The Spirit Softly Comes. The Spirit may be unexpected like a thunderstorm in the spring. At times I have to be patient and give up on trifling dreams. Yet God does not abandon me, nor do I lose God's love. It's mostly in my misery that He finally softly comes. The next poem about spirituality is called Inner Landscapes. The consciousness flows like a stream and floods the inner landscape. Each emotion and belief creates a richer painting. Experience adds to every theme until the frame feels right. Yet this realm is like a dream that sleeps within the light. The last poem I'd like to read is called God is Everywhere. The light of God is everywhere without some change or movement. God's love and light are always here, and the Spirit is the motion. Man is like an instrument who works in God's creation. The truth is hidden deep within, where silent stillness happens. My book, Metamorphosis, is available on Amazon.com. If you're interested in my other books, I have a website called Portals to Inner Dimensions. You can also type in John Zern plus the word website. Thanks for watching, and I hope you're having a good day. Thank you.